My kind of town Chicago is. Oh, should I put this on, guys? What a feeling, what a feeling. What an absolute feeling. Yeah, this is going to be the Chicago Marathon Review, race recap, whatever you want to call it. But before I get into that, I've just got to give an absolute massive, massive thank you to each and every one of you. Yeah, that's you. Yes, you. That's right. Lawrence, Mike, Andy, everybody, Rachel, all of you, all of you. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of congratulations, wishes. For those who've not seen the race, click on the link up here and go and have a look at the race. Yeah, I came in 3 hours and 6 minutes. I know, it's insane, isn't it? Especially for an old geezer like me. If you are new to my channel, and I was listening, I think there's about over 100 new subscribers in the past couple of days, so a warm welcome to each and every one of you. I hope you enjoy my vlogs, and thank you all so much for joining me, and those of you being subscribed for all this time. I hope you enjoyed that latest race vlog, and it was just phenomenal, phenomenal. And to each and every one of you who left those positive comments, make me feel really, really good. And the support that I've had from all of you guys, both on the YouTubes and the other social media platforms, and everywhere, even in real life. I mean, I've had people stopping me in the street saying, hey, you're the running guru, aren't you? Coming up, and some were doing selfies and stuff. So it clearly people like what I'm doing. So I'm really, really grateful for that. But such a real heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you who have left some positive comments, and really, really amazing. I love the support, and I'm loving it all. I mean, there was one where I've got to read this, and because I'm not much of a statistician, but a comment was left on, which I pinned it from Lawrence, a friend of mine, one of my subscribers. So he said that apparently my age grading, because obviously I ran relatively quick, the age grading was something like, there you go, 78.5%, which apparently is pretty good. So I'm really pleased with that, and it was amazing. The race, I'll go into the details of the race and what went on, and things that happened, things that didn't happen, and things that I wasn't expecting to happen. But again, in terms of thanks, a thank you to all the volunteers and the organisation. From you seen on the vlog there, it was absolutely seamless. The instructions, everything was clear. I knew exactly where I needed to go. There was no issues. I had the bib showing, so there was no issues with the marshals. They all knew what the corral was, where I was supposed to be going, so there was no stop. Portaloos, yeah, there's a bit of a queue, but then you've got over 40,000 people who are all nervous like me, and we all want to have a pee. Yeah, so it's inevitable there's going to be queues for the Portaloos. Do you liking this rhyming? Yeah, we're all getting nervous like me, wanting to have a pee, and there's only me. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, I might do some other poetry and stuff as I go along, and cracking on with that. And as you can see here, I've got the Chicago flag, and it's serendipitous that I'm here, that the flag is the 4 stars. Yeah, 4 stars. And in terms of marathon majors, Chicago was my 4th marathon major, and it feels like an absolute amazing achievement. I never in a million years, and I'll be doing another vlog coming up, because some of the feedback I've had from people, and one of the myths that apparently people think I've been running for many, many, many years. Obviously I'm 57 now, yes I know, I don't look it, but hey, yeah, I'm 57. There's some people to think that I've been run a 3 hour, 6 minute marathon means I've been running for many, many, many years. Well, I've not. Yeah, so it's only my 2nd year of marathon running. I never dreamt about running marathons. Don't have any dreams or goals of running a marathon major. I didn't even know what they were. Yeah, I've gone out and absolutely smashed it. Loved every minute of the race. And so yes, a big thank you to each and every one of you guys on that. And also, well, what can I say? Some of the private messages I had have been really, well, you know, not quite making me cry, but making me feel really, really good. And I do love it. I mean, it was quite an emotional race. And yeah, so let's crack on and get into the details of the race, almost blow by blow. Yeah, Are you ready? So yes, in terms of the race recap and into what happened, the key thing, I think for me, having had, it was over coming into this, I've had all the majors, and even before that, of April of last year, from before that, I've been plagued with injuries. I've had about 15 months of injuries, so I've not been able to really get out there and do the training I need to do. So clearly I've been susceptible to injuries and stuff, so I needed to change everything. So for this training block, I completely changed the training plan. Everything was all new, and also the race itself, I had various different refueling and stuff and so on. That was all new as well, and not all of it worked because it's new. So you know, it's only my, I think it's my 5th, 6th, 7th marathon, whatever it is, a few marathons. I'm still learning each and every day. So I mentioned at the beginning of the, before the race actually started, I mentioned about 5 things. I had a shopping list, not goals, dreams or whatever, but I was thinking it'd be good if I could get these 5 things. If I got all 5, then I'd be maybe floating on air or whatever, because they were big asks, you know, for anyone. So the 5 things, and there was one that I couldn't remember. So the 5 things that I had listed before the race started, and I had written them down, was the first one to get another Boston qualifier, which with 3:06 is about half an hour within Boston qualifier. So yeah, amazing, done that one. The second one was, and I got to refer to, I sometimes refer to the list or not, but the second one was to beat my personal best, which was, I think it was 3:16, which was done about 2 years ago. 3:16 of the marathon before the second Brighton. So I wanted to beat 3:16. The third one, as well as beating me PB, I thought it'd be nice to go under sub 3, to get a sub 3. Yeah, I know a lot of people have these goals to do a sub 3. For me, it was more of icing on the cake, icing on the cake type things. And the one that I had forgot was about finishing my age category, and I was looking for top 10 finish for that. I thought, well, why not? That's something to go for. I had no idea what people are racing or who's there. I don't know any of the top athletes in my age category of 55 to 60, or is it 55 to 59? And then the last one, which would have been an absolute cherry on top, was to get a Berlin qualifier, which for my age is apparently 2:55, 2 hours 55. So yeah, I managed to get 2 of them. Yeah, the third one, I think I come 14th in my age category, which is an outstanding achievement. Considering a lot of people I'm racing against, these guys have literally been racing for years and years and years. So I'm just a new kid on the block, just getting started and getting into a flow. So I feel like I've got a flow and a training plan I'm working. But the race itself, yeah, the race itself, once that gun went off, boom, let's go. So yes, boom, the gun went off for Mo Farah, Galen Rupp. By the way, I did meet Galen Rupp the day after the marathon race. I don't know who recognised who first, but we had a quick selfie, and that was really nice. Great to meet you, Galen. And sorry about the race. I mean, Galen came in 5th. He was last year's winner at Chicago Marathon, but this year came in 5th. And many congratulations to Mo Farah on winning his first marathon. Absolutely brilliant, Mo. See you at the next one, maybe. But yeah, so the gun went off, and off we went. Now the key thing in terms of lessons that I've learned, and I sort of tend to preach, is when you start a marathon, you start off really, really slow. And what is slow for someone could be fast to another person. So it's for you, relatively slow. So for me, I was starting off relatively slow, and you've probably seen from the start there was lots of space because everybody went off. I really don't understand sometimes. They go off like a bull in a china shop. So I was being overtaken by lots, and they're all flying. And then come mile 15, I'm then passing a lot of them because they're out of energy. But the race itself, the key thing for me for this race was to, obviously, to finish it. London was my last marathon major, and that took me 4 hours, just over 4, I think it's 4 hours and 10 seconds or something. So you're probably thinking, how the hell did I take 55 minutes off my marathon time in just 5 months? Well, I turned up at this race. It's all to do with reduction of injuries and being able, as I say, the training plan was completely different. So nutrition was different, everything was different. So it just felt really good. And the comments that people have said on the actual vlog is I looked in control. So for me, for my race, and the main key thing for me is maintaining race form all the way through. So my running form, I'm just concentrating on keeping that going and keeping it going all the way. But the race itself, I mean, the crowds were unbelievable. I mean, I did film some of it, but because it was raining and it was windy, it wasn't ideal conditions for filming, so a lot of the points I just didn't have the camera on at all. But those clips that you would have seen, it was just like wall-to-wall people. Apparently I think it was 1.7 million spectators, which, considering the weather, which was atrocious, it was great to see so many people out there cheering. And they really do make a big difference when there's people out there cheering for you. It does feel really good. And there was one part, I can't remember, it might have been mile 15, 18, somewhere around there, and either side you've got, you know, every mile there's water stations, Gatorades, I think Gatorade's one of the sponsors, so energy drinks are there, and water. And a bit of a random fact for you as I talk about water. For this particular marathon, I did not drink any water at all. I didn't take on any refueling for the in terms of water. I did have gels, which I popped as and when that I felt like taking some, and I think I got through about 4. And yeah, so that was my refueling. But there was a point around mile 18 where there's people either side, and I was just running through. I had no camera on or anything, and I was just putting my arms out because it was sort of raining. You think, oh, I'll just soak in the water. And both sides, the people, the volunteers, started cheering, and it got louder and louder, and I'm sort of like running through like this, like a noise tunnel, and my fingers were tingling, my hands were tingling. Now whether it was my nerve endings being caught, I don't know, but it was like a feeling of energy. I just can't put into words how I felt. It was absolutely amazing. And to all those volunteers who were out cheering, I mean, I did film some of it at the finish. You could hear the noise. Those guys and girls out there have given their time freely and helping us runners to do those races, and at the end where they're cheering, I mean, amazing energy. And they're doing that all the way through. They're not doing it just for me or just for the camera. They are constantly cheering, making noise. It is amazing, and I loved each and every one of you guys doing that out there. And the supporters, fantastic, you know, fantastic stuff. But for me, going through each race, it's literally, as the miles were progressing, I was feeling comfortable. I felt good, and I always run on feel, and I want to feel good when I'm racing. And because 26.2 miles, it is a long way, and running out too hard or too fast, because the key thing is we're so fit to come to a race. It's not a half marathon. Yeah, we could probably run a half marathon in a much quicker time than I did on that split. I think my split was about 1:31, 1:31, which is a great split, and I felt really good. So once I saw that, because there's clocks every mile, and I tried to avoid those because I don't want to run on time or whatever, but I was feeling that, yeah, this race is going really well, and I'm feeling really good. And what was fantastic was that, again, I can't remember what mile point it was, but Nathan, if you are watching this, leave a comment below. What mileage did you bump into me? Yeah, one of my subscribers, Nathan, who lives in Seattle, came up and he shouted my name. And obviously when you hear someone shouting, you think, oh, hey, how's it going? We're having a bit of a chat. And I did film a bit of it.
With Nathan, and apparently he's one of my subscribers.
Here we go, big fan from Seattle.
Hey, let's go finish this.
Let's get it done, mate.
Laters.
Well in.
See you, mate. Go.
Chatting with Nathan, and it felt amazing. Some of the words that he said made me feel really good, and telling me how much he enjoys me vlogs, and we're just chatting. Yeah, because we're running in a comfortable pace. Now, Nathan is a sub-3 marathon man, amazing guy, yeah? And so I'm thinking this race is going really well, and I think Nathan started talking about he was getting stomach cramps, and I was just saying, just breathe it through. And then literally about a mile or 2 miles later, what do I get? I get stomach cramps. I started pushing because I thought, right, I'm going to push the last, I think 6 miles. So I started pushing it, and cramps started in my stomach, and it was feeling quite painful. So I just slowed back down, and then after a couple of miles of slowing down, the cramps sort of gone away, and I just had to hold a certain pace and get to the finish, because once I started getting the cramps, I was losing my running form. And once you start losing running form, you then become susceptible to injuries, because my key thing, as I said, is to get to the finish injury free. I see too many people who race it so hard, they get to the finish and they're hobbling, and it's, you know, I've got admiration for people who go out and really give it some, but for me, I like to finish and be in one piece, yeah, not break myself, so I can't run for another 6 or 12 months. So I will be going through in future some of the hints and tips of what I've learned and what has helped me in terms of keeping that. So the race was incredible all the way through, crowds cheering, singing.
Oh wow, this noise! Oh, can you feel that?
And obviously you've probably seen me singing. I did sing quite a lot, and I think I filmed one, someone commented on me singing the Beatles, because there was one section on the roadsides, it had signs saying love, L-O-V-E, and obviously the first song that came to mind was All You Need Is Love by the Beatles, so I started singing that whilst I had my camera out.
You can see the detail on the street side here, but the sign's all the way along and it says love. All we need is love. All we need is love. Love. Love is all we need, yeah. Loviness.
And yeah, I was having a good time. I mean, for me, life is short and I want to enjoy these races. I want to enjoy life, and hopefully you guys are getting this from these vlogs and tips. I mean, you've subscribed. I just love your support and love what you do, and hopefully you enjoy what I do. And if you have enjoyed it and if you enjoyed the race, then let me know. Have you got any races coming up in the near future? Are you looking for any hints and tips that you want to help you in terms of in your racing? What are you looking forward to? And I'll be continuing my journey. So my next A race will be Boston Marathon. Yeah, I've got a place for that, 2019, and I'm seriously looking forward to it now. Even more so now because I have a faster time where I'll go into a more forward corral at Boston. So I'm seriously looking forward to that. But that's not till April. So what's going to happen in between? Well, that's down to you guys. What do you want to see on this channel between now and April? I do have a half marathon race booked, and that's the Turkey Trot in December, which I've done in previous years. I'm in two minds whether to run it again dressed as Father Christmas, Santa Claus, whatever, but it depends on the weather, because running in a full Santa outfit with beard and hat, as you can imagine, gets a bit hot, especially when you're running around 90-minute half marathons. It's pretty hot and steamy, but who knows? Leave some comments below. What do you want to hear going forward on this channel? Yeah, I still can't believe how good the time that I've done. I knew there was something in me and that I could do that, and who knows, I can go onwards and upwards to brighter, better things as well. And it'd be great for you to all continue and follow my running journey along this way. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, each and every one of you. I really do appreciate your time coming to watch these, not just the races, but coming along to the vlogs as and when I do publish them. So if you are new, subscribe, click on the alarm bell, because I'm pretty random at posting the vlogs, and obviously it's down to time and what I'm doing and so on and so forth. And yeah, what do you want to see on this channel? Leave some comments below, and if you did enjoy the race, maybe go back and watch it again, because I've lost count how many times I've watched it. It just makes me feel really, really good, and I feel really good, and I'm so glad that so many of you, a lot of you that I've met over here in Chicago, and I'm here for the rest of the week, and I'm going to be meeting some more people hopefully, and seeing what's happening here in Chicago, because it is my kind of town. I just love it here. The people here are amazingly friendly, and similar to what happened in New York and Boston, you're walking along with your medal and random people come up to you and say congratulations, congratulations. That was my poor attempt at an American accent, by the way. So I do love it, love it, love it, love it. And yeah, so if you are in Chicago, ping me a message. Maybe we'll meet up for a coffee and donuts or some pizza. Yeah, I have been eating a fair few pizzas, and some of these deep dishes, whoa, they are huge, even for me. So yeah, I better wrap up, because otherwise I'll end up twittering on and on and on and on. And speaking of twittering on and on and on, if you want to follow me on the social media channels, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter as The Running Guru. So that's running without the G at the end, so Running Guru. And you'll see the green logo, my face, glasses and beard, and you can follow me there. I've been posting pictures and shenanigans. Some of the things that you don't see on here, I'll be on other platforms, and it's same with Instagram. and on Facebook. There's a Facebook group of My Run Guru, and I'm not, you know, I don't post as much on there, but you'll see things appear on there. So, you know, if you want to follow that group on Facebook as well, that would be great as well. So all it remains for me to say is, as I said before, thank you so much for watching, listening. I look forward to seeing you at the next vlog. And by the way, this thing here, it's a souvenir which I've bought. It's my souvenir to remind me of my kind of town, Chicago. So for those who know, yeah, this is the Chicago flag, the 4 stars. It's been an absolute pleasure, and for me it's an honour to run these marathon majors, and I feel really privileged and honoured to have the ability to run these races, and not only just run them, but to run them to the best of my ability and amazing times, which helps and inspires people like you guys watching this to go on and do bigger, brighter things, not just in running but in life as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next vlog. Bye. Mwah. Yeah, are we done? Oh, do I close with the medal? Yeah, Chicago, Chicago, Chicago!